WOT Blitzers, it's a Littlefinger, and I've got a couple replays here by Serial Killer 6969 that I am going to kind of review and critique. Many thanks to Serial Killer. He is a patron and is helping to support my channel. There's other ways that you can help me by hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, sharing this on other social medias, and also commenting below. But obviously the patrons get a little bit extra benefits. I've got a special chat room in Discord just for patrons, so it doesn't get as crowded or overwhelmed by just the general banter. But as you can see here, you know, as a light tank, obviously your job is to spot. But this team seemed a little bit slow getting together. Supremacy game, you can't always count on everyone going the same way. And, had he gone into the corner of the map, which is the ideal spot to be in, because his team was so slow, he might have just gotten obliterated. So I can't fault Serial Killer here for just being a little bit slow to get spots up. I know I am victim from being too aggressive too often. But as a light tank player, obviously that is your primary role. As he gets his second shot in and kills the Batchat, that was what that light tank that pushed too aggressively, right? He went up that hill on their side of the spawn, and Serial Killer's heavies basically circled him. He couldn't back down. He couldn't jump off the hill, so he was just stuck up there to die. But now this is where maybe you use some of your light tank speed to get into a different position. The gun on this tank is really nice, but it does lack a little bit of pen, and so as a light tank driver, you can easily relocate yourselves to get to the sides or back of these tanks, where you're definitely going to do a lot more damage. And so that was, kind of my only major critique of this battle was that, he faced all of these heavies head on. And then this play here on the T91. All right, T91 we know has got 3 shots in the autoloader. He's been shot twice. Unlikely he's going to get around this corner for the 3rd shot, and he doesn't. So now you're running around using your speed, but when this K91 is reloading. So, a little bit of more awareness on just take your 3 shots from the K91. You've done a good job not taking any damage in the game so far, so just stay there and face him. You're going to get 1 extra shot in for that. And he gets kind of fairly lucky here as the K91 gets distracted by the T49. And he's going to get several shots into the T49, which could have easily have been Serial Killer, who gets that 2nd kill and a 2k damage game, which, is nice for tier 9, 2400 damage, but I'm not sure that he made the best use of the light tank in that situation. Alright, so you'll note here that Serial Killer has changed his name to Horror69, and in the same Vickers CR, but this time on Normandy. And, so we'll call him Horrors now. Was a little bit critiquing in his light tank playstyle. I think this is something that he really wants to try to improve on, and got into a discussion on the Discord server about these 2 games. And yeah, I can see, there being a little bit of concern about not playing this truly like a light tank on these 2 games. But I just think back to the first game. All right, if he goes into the corner, there's a good chance he gets obliterated early in that game while trying to do the heavy damage, or the heavy lifting, I should say, of doing all the spotting. He's got into the middle of the map again here, not too overly aggressive pushing over, So he's not getting these spots like maybe he should. I mean, I think that T-29 there might have gotten most of those spots, but um, you know, I just think like if you're in a heavy tank on Middleburg, you're going to go up the hill 90% of the time. Not every game falls into a perfect map for the type of tank you're in, but it is a little bit how you use it. And you can see most of their team is clustered around the center. A couple of them are in the back corner over there. So I just felt like maybe there were some weaknesses that could have been exploited here. You look, calling SOS as the RHM down there on the beach, who's obviously going to be pushing up and drawing all of the Reds' attentions in that corner. This T-49 obviously just gave up and said, screw it. We don't have a team working together. They're too spread out. Nothing I can do. Just sit on the hill and die. And then you've got this, you know, this T-30 here, or T-34. You know, the only thing I would say to try to do a little bit better in this situation is try to keep aiming for that front wheel. I mean, you can move that aim over, get that wheel. I'm going to perma-track that guy in place. He's going to run out of repair kits. And you know, you're going to hold him there in place. You've got support behind you. You're doing a great job using the hill for cover. Again, I'd rather see you go for the wheel there, but the team appears to be down, but again, doing the right thing, just conserving those hit points until later in the game when you really need them. So, you know, I can't fault anything on this particular game, really. Staying back here with your VK, keeping him alive, playing together, focus firing, these are all good things. Use their aggressiveness against them, really. Just putting yourself in position to do damage. You know, you've gotten away from the ISU there. He's gonna fire on the VK, so in with the kill. Nope, just missed out on it. But again, at this point in time, you don't know that the KV-4 is going to be AFK, so it's really a 3-on-3, and you've got, you know, some decent hit points. Time to be maybe a little bit more aggressive here. But I think this is just the, you know, the lack of movement, very much more of a heavy type of play style, right? But again, it works for this because these guys are getting themselves out. They're running into your guns. So this is, you know, where you start seeing the use of the speed. Trying to just peek-a-boom and bait a shot out of this guy. Now you've got this M103, and then, you know, see a little bit here, better play on him, using your speed, you know, to circle. There you go. So now you can get in there and you can use your speed against this guy. Aim for those wheels. Very weak on the American tanks. Unfortunately, that doesn't pen him, so he is able to traverse and turn the turret at the same time. Like how you come back here, you've got a tank on each side of him now. And just keep him twisted up. Certainly could have backed up here and shot HE, carrying a lot of HE. Would have ended up just getting yourself another extra 100, 150 hit points there. But, you know, overall, this was the play that was called for on this map and against its team. And to me, certainly looks like it was, you know, obviously a high damage, well played game here. So, yeah, it's probably Spaced Army right there. So, surprised you didn't only get 100 on this one. Yeah, that's all you need. It was 128. So nice. You got the 4,500 and an extra kill there. So, I think that was well played. The big thing really with light tanks is using their speed and maneuverability and light tank camouflage to get around the map and just cause a little bit of chaos while also doing the spotting damage that you did there. So anyway, a couple good games there, but certainly some areas of improvement, and you've got two more games that I'm going to review here coming up, so we'll get those on channel shortly. And for everyone out there, have fun out there, stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.